Welcome. We are so used to seeing water in its liquid state, and the classic example is, of course, rainwater. It's the source of the whole water cycle, how we experience water from groundwater, from many different springs, artesian. The source is always rainwater. Here we have cloud dews collected in Tasmania, and every one of those sources have one thing in common. The water appears, when we harvest the water, as liquid. But we're expanding our thinking.
There's a little bit more to discover. And we all know the three stages, what Michael already said, of water. So we have liquid, we have as a
Solid,
gas,
yeah.
as a gas,
yeah.
or solid as an iceberg. And I think it's fascinating that there are more and more brands coming out now, and they're harvested from the different stages of the water. So for example, here we have Svalbardi from the Svalbard region in Norway. Obviously, when we're looking at the bottle right now, yes, it looks like obviously the liquid as well, but originally it's been harvested from an iceberg. And I think that is always fascinating for the guest as well in the restaurant, that you can even tell them, oh, you're maybe familiar with the liquid stage of water, but actually I have a water brand. When it's been harvested, it's not liquid. And I think that's the first whoa effect for a lot of guests who are saying what did that mean? And when you say to them, yeah, I have iceberg water, and for example, again, Svalbardi, who did a great job obviously on the packaging with this beautiful glass carafe as well. So this is iceberg water, but there's then the liquid water, what we had here in Cloud Juice. But what else do we have, Michael? We have one more.
We have one more. Fairly recently, we also now have sources of water next to liquid and solid. We have sources where the water is in the form of gas. And gas, of course, means air. And what we do have is water here from Amazonia. We have a packaging here. There are a couple of other brands coming up from many places where the water is condensed out of the air and creates another experience here. So all of those waters are not for your hydration purposes, so very special waters for celebration, for an experience.
Absolutely, because let's face it as well, they are quite expensive, these waters. But when you look at it, what they did as well with Amazon Air Water, it's quite fascinating, I have to say. I thought when I received the bottle, I thought it's gin. And then I realized, oh my God, it's actually water. But I think you see it right here when we're looking now at the packaging. What Michael already said, that is not the water you're taking with you at the gym. This is the water in a beautiful setting right here where we are right now to celebrate water in the three different stages. And I think this concludes the video. And I think this is very important for you as a water sommelier as well to understand water, when we're harvesting it, it's not always from a spring or from a well or from an aquifer. It can come from different sources as well.
And from different stages of water. But I think what most important to us is that all the stages of the water are natural stages.
Yes.
The air is a natural product, so to speak. The liquid form, it's natural because of the ground, and the iceberg is a natural form.
Yes.
Because there are some waters that take tap water, distill it, and fill it in a bottle. So don't confuse those products, which are, in our opinion, are processed products, with those products that we consider to be natural products.
The base of all these waters are the base of nature. And that is always very important for both of us.
And the base of nature is water. It just happens to be in three different stages.
Yes.
There is actually, to be completely honest, there's actually a fourth stage of water. Which
hopefully we'll never see it.
It's plasma. And water gets from a gaseous station to the plasma state at about 22,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So I hope I'm not around when we see that.
We both. Hopefully not. Cheers, everybody.